What's up, guys? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games, and thanks for dropping in. Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button as well as that like button. Alright, so I know we haven't been doing any commentary on our last several videos, but just to catch everyone up with where we are at with this season, let me go ahead and jump in real quick before we start up the hardcore Necromancer. Alright, so let's look at our season journey. We have completed all of Chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, the Slayer tier, Champion, Destroyer, and Conqueror tier. And really, all that's left for us to do is to complete the Guardian tier. And once we do so, we can pick up some really nice rewards. We got 2 extra portrait frames, as well as 1 pet, and some pretty sweet looking wings over there. Very similar to the Necromancer wings, I think. Only except they're cosmic, sorta. Not exactly cosmic wings, but they're very close to it. So if you've never picked up the cosmic wings, these will be a fine substitute. Now, in order for us to complete the final step in the season, we have to complete 3 conquests. So, 3 conquests. You heard that right. Now, if we look under the leaderboards, you'll see that I've completed 2 conquests so far. I managed to get the Avarice one, and also the Thrill. This one is essentially a gimme. You will complete this conquest naturally through the course of the season. You'll actually go far higher than GR level 45. And this one over here, Avarice, this one took quite a while to do. We spent several sessions just trying to farm out enough bounty caches in order to get that gold streak guaranteed. I'm not a big fan of fishing for streaks, so that's kind of why it took so long for us to get here. But we got all of that done, including the conquests. Excuse me, I'm trying to fix up the stream here. So we got all of that done. Two of these conquests, and as far as I'm aware, this is probably the next best one to complete, but again, it's going to take forever just farming out all of the required armor sets. I think there's like 5 of them for our character, and then you have to make another character to get the rest anyway. But instead of doing that, I'm just going to go ahead and straight off the bat create a new character. That way we can repeat Superhuman, but this time on a hardcore character. So yeah, it's going to be a repeat of the Thrill, but it will count as a separate conquest anyway, so that will give us our 3 conquests, and that will wrap up our season. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't made a hardcore character since way back in, I want to say 2019. It's been a while. But yeah, that's where we are currently at with our season. We have done everything except for the final conquest. Now if you're wondering why I'm not doing the other ones, well, Sprinter is damn near impossible. Very few people have actually completed it. As you can see, a total of 15 people have actually done this. It is difficult. And as far as I'm aware, hang on, trying to scroll through this. I don't see any teams on here. Well, maybe 1 or 2. These 2 probably were on a team. Not these 2. Okay, these 2 were probably on a team. Yeah, so it's only like maybe one or two pairs that have actually completed successfully, and then the others are they're either hacking or there's something weird going on there. Yeah. Actually, let me go ahead and take a look at the stats for the wizard at the moment. Because if I'm correct, yeah, this will show you all of your gear for your highest run. But then if I go over to the top portion, okay, this looks somewhat legitimate. Probably is a legitimate character. Okay, this is totally not legitimate. That's strange. This is probably not legitimate either because the time spent is only like 5 seconds. Even though it tries to put on an air of legitimacy. Interesting. But this, however, this is absolutely hacked gear. Same thing here. Yeah. So the leaderboards are still full of hacked characters. Oddly enough, they didn't do any hacking for this Conquest over here. Strange. Either that or some fishy is going on here, but anyways, enough about that. We're not going to be doing this one because it's just too damn difficult. And this one, these two down here, they just take way too much time to complete. So that's why we're going for the Superhuman Conquest. And that's all that I have to say about that. Let's go ahead and get started. So we need a new hero. Do I have enough slots though? No, I don't have enough slots. I need to eliminate one character. Who should I take out? Oh, we got 2 hardcore characters. No, we got a whole bunch of monks here. Let's eliminate... Kinda hard to tell who to take care of. Let me grab Alice here. We're just gonna deposit all the items into the box. And no, never mind. I don't think I have enough room for any of this. There's just too much gear. Alright, so in that case, we're just going to eliminate one of our hardcore characters. Probably Rain over here. This character was the very first... What the heck is this? This character is the very first hardcore character I ever took to the end. And as you can see, there's nothing really in here. Yeah, I took this character all the way to level 70 back when I was attempting to clear out all the trophies for the game. It has been such a long time. Not since about... I want to say 2019 or so. I think it was the same year I tried to get all the trophies for... What was it, Final Fantasy VII? Well... Say farewell to this character. There we go. We'll just throw everything away inside there, and now we're going to delete her. And that should open up a slot. Alright, so we're going with a hardcore seasonal character. And over here, the Necromancer. As far as hardcore is concerned, if you die permanently. Ordinarily, I think the monk is far better suited to take to hardcore level 70 and above because she has a lot of cheat death abilities. But I think you guys have seen plenty of the monk in our previous seasons, so we're going to go with the Necromancer, a class that we hardly ever play. There's a randomized name. Let me try re-rolling a couple times to see if there's a good name the game will offer us. Nah, I'm not a big fan of any of these random names. Oh, this one's fine. Alright, so Evie is going to be our name. For pretty much all of hardcore mode, I recommend just sticking to normal mode. Unless you get into the later Torment levels. I mean, Torment 1 might be okay if you're trying to rapidly jump up the early levels. I'm gonna try that real quick, just so we can just like jump all the way up to level 10. Oh wait, hang on. Why am I in story mode? Alright, so this should be fine for the first 10 levels. At least until we get past the first room. After that we will, can I drop this? After we get past the first room, I'm going to go ahead and switch back to normal mode. Without the proper gear, you can die fairly quickly. Something that we're going to want to avoid doing.
I heard you came here from Tristram. My family came from there. That place.
Alright, so what kind of wings should we post on our character? I've been a big fan of these from last season. The pre-order wings, these are alright. That's fine. Actually, since we're running a Necromancer, we might as well drop this one. These butterfly wings, the poor man's cosmic wings. These aren't really wings. Neither are those, and this looks like a rag was just thrown on her back. So we'll go with these, and then as for our pet, let's see. What do we want? I think we picked up a new pet this season, but it wasn't very good. The color scheme on this dragon matches with our Necromancer fairly well. The pennants seem kind of dumb here. They get in the way of the wings, so let's not equip those. And as for our portrait frame, let's see. Where's the rainbow looking one? Got some interesting ones. I think that was a season where I did not complete everything, so I wonder if it shows up here. Where's the rainbow one? Do I not? Probably didn't pick it up then. Never mind. Alright, in that case, let us choose... Trying to figure a good one here. Where's the Guardian one? You know what? Never mind. Let's just throw this one on.
This has had some very bad luck, hasn't it?
Alright, so in order to level up quickly, we're just going to run through a whole bunch of Nephilim rifts.
Are you ready?
This is really the only way to get through grinding. Please don't die. Oh crap. Never mind. Well, it seems like we're not going to get past this mode on Torment, so let's go back to normal. Thank goodness we're playing this offline. We can still pause and cheese our way through if we're about to die.
Are you strong enough to...
Doesn't really work though if the enemies are just simply too strong.
My insight
That's
grows.
fine.
That foe will die.
So let's go. Normally I'd have some music playing in the background here, but we'll provide some commentary this time around. Just so you guys can get a feel for what's going on. Thankfully, the Necromancer is a bit of a ranged class, so we don't have to go too far into the weeds if we don't want to. Come on, Bone Spear. Oh, what am I thinking? I forgot.
Understand so much more now.
Let me head back real quick. I forgot that we can pick up a follower. Where are you? We're going to use a Templar.
It is good to fight with you.
He has some fairly decent abilities that allows us to cheese death. Make sure we don't die right off the bat. So this is going to be like your average playthrough. You just want to grind as many levels as possible. Also, another thing, remember how normally I would play using equipment that focused on DPS? This time we are in the opposite direction. We're going to try to focus on getting equipment that will boost our life and armor as much as possible. That way we don't have to take any sort of unnecessary death. And it's possible for us to just stay on normal throughout the entire leveling process. And maybe even into level 70.
Waited for this knowledge.
Alright, so here's where the fun begins. Now we can start popping explosions. I need to find a leveling build here. Probably later.
This will aid me.
So this is another reason why we picked the Necromancer. It's so easy to cast explosions whenever you need them early on. Provides you with a huge AoE with not really much investment. As long as you have like one corpse on the field, you can explode every single one of them. It makes for some fairly satisfying gameplay. Which reminds me, I need to try out the Necromancer on D4 sometime later. That's gonna be fun. I don't recommend playing this on any online lobby because lag will definitely kill you. Unless perhaps you can find some willing people who are able to quickly take you up to level 70. Then you really have to worry about trying to gear up your character without dying. And it's pretty hard though. I've tried it. It takes a while and a lot of drops in order for you to pick up the right gear. Unlike what we're currently doing now. Oh crap. So yeah, try as much as you can to buff up your HP levels. It doesn't matter so much your DPS in hardcore. Nothing's really going to save you if you die. Let's pick up these, and then we have to wait until level 5 in order to pick up this. What's even better is that the corpse explosion is self-sustaining, so if you can find even more enemies to group up together, it becomes even more useful. Guess we can't equip this. Once we get deeper into, say, level 15 or so, I'm going to look for a leveling guide.
Your death nears.
Something that will help ensure us that we can stay alive for far longer. Sweet. Now we got our summons. Let me go ahead and put those on. Alright, so we're going to go with heal. And we have an open summon right over here. We're going to take the skeletal mages for now. Bone Spear isn't as important. Is there any other new gear left here? No. There we go.
Not enough essence.
Dang. Did they change up the summons? I kind of remember them staying for far longer. Either that or they died. No, never mind. They don't die. They just get deactivated. Doesn't matter. Our main damage dealer is still going to be the corpse explosions. We'll just throw out some summons whenever we feel like. It'd be really interesting to see what a high-level build will feel like. I have never ever used Necromancer in any high-level build.
Weakness consumes you.
Mainly because I don't think they have a whole lot of speed. And speed is a huge issue in some of the conquests. And without enough speed and a good teleport, you can't really complete any of the major conquests. So that's kind of the reason why I shied away from using the Necromancer. You got a rune. Cool. In a casual run, bone spikes never get useless. They're good whenever.
Weakness consumes you.
And then just group up enemies and use your corpse explosions. Seriously, it's so good. Alright, so off of just one room, we have already reached level 6. Or should that be 2? I miscounted. Take more health, please, and then... Oops. Yeah, so never mind, that really was the first room. Now, here comes a 2 challenge. There's not going to be any scaling in this room.
The Rift Guardian is here.
Stay far away. And try not to die.
Long ago, I would open rifts for the Nephilim to help them train for battle. They fought bravely, facing down enemies in places pulled from the deepest corners of their memories. Ours is a race of great power, but we are nothing unless we temper it with skill. If you are to achieve your birthright, then conquer the rifts and take your rightful place among us.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and look for a leveling build for the Necromancer. It's going to be a quick sec.
I have long waited for this.
At least we got up to the appropriate level. Hang on here. Let's see. Tier list. Oh, hang on. Leveling guides. Leveling guides 1 to 70. Where is the Necromancer? I don't see the Necromancer. Oh, there we go. Necromancer, we want gloves if we want to roll.
Hello there.
Over here. Not enough. Okay, so the heck, where is... This is not what I want.
My stomach feels strange.
Did you forget to eat again?
No. In fact, I decided to get the day's eating out of the way all at once. I kept at it until I couldn't take another bite.
Oh, it sounds like you ate too much then.
Being a mortal is very complicated.
Alright, so wait up here. I am trying to find the build guide here. Funny. This guide actually recommends using the Enchantress as a follower. Nah, that's not what we want. You know what? Let me just use this guide here. There's one for the Corpse Exploder. And let's see. How does the Corpse Exploder look like? Still running the Enchantress. You know what? What the heck? Let's try the Enchantress. Maybe the Enchantress can help cover some weaknesses of this character. That looks cool, and then... Oh, wait, she doesn't get a skill until level 15. That's kind of lame. What abilities does she use?
Perfect.
Yeah, you know what? Let's not worry about that yet, as of now. Let's continue running. As far as the Necromancer is concerned... See, I see Bone Spear, Corpse Explosion, Bone Armor, Grim Scythe. Crap, hang on. Land of the Dead. Nah, I guess we'll just use the other one. The Tragul one is, I think, a bit more powerful. There are two variants that I'm looking at, a Corpse Exploder and the Dragul build. Both of them seem very interesting, but also kind of iffy. I'll wait until later to make my own judgment.
I wish you luck.
But right now... this is what we're going to be running with. So cross your fingers, we can survive up until level 70. Gonna try not to die. Oh hey! Sweet. A lot of goblins. Can we kill them all, though? Oh no. Probably not. We've got a lot of enemies here that's going to get in the way. This sucks. So many goblins, but yet we can't take advantage of any of them. Let's at least take care of a few enemies. Explode all that. Oh no. Hang on here. Oh dear. Let me put on all these and then... this ought to make our job slightly easier. There we go.
I need essence.
Come back here. Don't leave us yet. This is so annoying. Just when we got a good roll, everything is getting away from us. Don't run away. Please, be our friend. Give us some goodies, some presents. It's Christmas. Happy for that. Hopefully we can pick up some better items. That's fine. And then... no. That's fine.
Do not fear the end.
Alright, come on, buddy.
This world can abide you no longer.
Cool. We are getting up there. Finally, now we have some friends.
Serve the cycle.
Oh well, so much for trying to kill as many characters as possible. As many goblins, I should say. Let me throw this on. And let's see, Grim Scythe or Bone Spikes? I think we'll leave it at Bone Spikes. Let's head back and try to retrace our steps. Maybe there still might be one or two... Oh, there he is.
The grave beckons.
Nice. Okay, so only one goblin seems to have survived the initial fray. I don't see any more. Oh, sweet. Two more. Cool. That was very fortunate we got that first group here. And then what else? Let's pick up these. And our follower can have this. And this. Take these and this as well. Oh. And now we finally have a new passive. In order to increase our survivability, we are going to take Life from Death. That should give us more opportunities to have more health. After all, staying alive is what we're here for. So already, we have a whole bunch of gems, no slots to use them on. But you'll see that change a bit.
This world can abide you no longer.
There we go, get rid of everything. Ouch. Let's put that on and Cool. Can our follower use this? Yes, she can.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Stay right on top of those corpses, excuse me.
My essence is too low. I am carrying too much.
And there he goes.
I need to go back.
Let's clear out our inventory and then we'll head back. Do we want anything? Probably not. There's that one.
You're too kind.
Good enough. Let's go grab the last few pieces here, and then we can move on to the next level.
Yours.
Dang. Almost got a level up there. Alright, so these gems are going to be the most important ones. Let's try to upgrade the gems first before anything else. Almost. What we still have here? Some extra trash.
Fate smiles on you today.
Alright, we finally got enough for a roll. Let's try and get these gloves. And no. Worth a shot.
Enemies of the...
Next one.
I need essence. I'm afraid not. I understand so much more now.
Gotta pay attention to our mages there. You can only have 4 active at a time, I think.
Essence.
But they're going to be helpful for distractions.
Near the end.
There we go. Health potions galore. See what I mean about the corpses being self-sustaining? Thank you for the new pants. I think there's a room later where you can opt to buff up your mages even further, but at the cost of having fewer mages.
My essence is too low.
Our pets should allow us to stay far away from the battle, which will help ensure our survivability. Overall, I think the Necromancer is a very safe character. For hardcore, anyway. I think the monk easily outclasses her later on. But in the early game, she is way better. Again, we're not trying to focus so much on DPS, we want to focus on survivability. Even if that does mean we do have to ignore some of the better items. Stay far away. Try not to get caught up in fighting. Our real purpose is to survive. Let our followers die if they need to. They're expendable. Alright, so we're only going to play for another maybe 15 minutes and then we're going to switch it over to something else because
You will make a fine course.
I think... Yeah, we'll probably make it up to like level 30 or so. And then we'll switch to a different game because without music, my mind starts to wander. And a wandering mind is not really helpful if you're trying to focus. Stay away, you. See, we're doing alright. I think getting the trophies for the Necromancer is far more difficult than completing the hardcore run. The trophies kind of require some tricky management with some skills. There we go. Now, hopefully, we can get up to level 30 in no time flat. It'd be really nice if we can get halfway through. But you never know with the leveling process. Sometimes it'll be easy, sometimes it'll be difficult as hell. Oh, this is really neat. And then Death Nova. I don't really care for these.
Do not fear the end.
Cool, cool, cool.
My master would take pride in
Nice.
this.
We are steadily getting there. Also, the golem is really useful. Hang on. I think maybe later. Right now, the skeletons are far better. Oh, I forgot about that. So you can still control your skeletons if you want to. Which makes it even more neat. I forgot you can also kill some resource in order for that to happen. Because it sure beats having to constantly wait for your skeletons to target the enemy you want. It's a fun class overall.
Not enough essence.
But you also kind of have to pace yourself with resource because summoning enemies can get really expensive, or not enemies, summoning pets is going to get expensive really quick, really easy. Well, you know, we'll try to manage as best we can.
All must serve the cycle.
There we go. Also, another thing that you have to watch out for, whenever you're using Corpse Explosion, it's real easy to get lost in the mayhem. There are a lot of effects going on, and if you don't watch carefully, you will sometimes end up... Ouch, ouch. You will sometimes, you know, end up looking more at what your characters are doing rather than what's hitting your character. Sweet. And then I guess we can throw this on. If I see more than 3 arrows in a certain direction, I will switch over. But if it's just one over the other, I'm not going to care too much. Our follower needs to focus mainly on DPS early on.
I need to go back.
Well,
I have long waited for this knowledge.
Cool. New skill. I don't think we need this one. We can always switch for something else like the Golem. Or Corpse Lance. You know what? Never mind. Let's go with the Golem. Now we have all 3 followers. We are quite the group here. Actually, did we pick up another... No, we still have to wait for a little bit. I think we're fine with this passive.
Anything could happen.
That's another cool thing. We can use the golem to just do a little splash and then we can explode everything. It's a nice way to up the ante on our pets over there.
Give it more time.
Sweet. In general, though, I try not to control the skeletons too much because we need more resource for summoning mages.
This world can abide you no longer.
I would rather have more corpses on the ground to explode, thereby allowing us to multiply the damage. Plus, it's just so fun seeing everything explode. So, how are we doing right now?
night embraces you.
And it embraces me. The best way I can liken this character to is it's almost like playing an RTS. Stay away from the explosions. Now, as much as I like using the golem to explode, I don't really care for wasting that much resource. Actually, it doesn't waste that much resource, does it?
Give it more time.
No, never mind. It's on a cooldown. That's why. Something to keep an eye on. Weird. I think there must have been a rework.
I must wait.
Alright. I really should try out the Necromancer more on D4. I think even in the current season right now, the Necromancer is like rank 1 or 2.
Decay and rot.
Right next to the Rogue. So good news if you enjoy seeing the Necromancer.
The grave beckons. My power has grown.
Nice. So what new skills do we have here? Nah, I don't think we want that. Command. There we go. This just makes it even easier to use our skeletons. And then for our Enchantress, we want Temporal Pulse. Excuse me, Temporal Pulse.
My favorite.
Sometimes I can't speak. Speaking is hard. Especially if you're doing it for hours and hours. Come on, buddy. What are you doing? That's nice. We got a legendary right off the bat. Gold wrap. Highly useful since we're always collecting gold. Alright, come on. Hopefully the visions of enmity will be much more useful on this character. I didn't really use that visions aspect of the gameplay all that often throughout this entire season.
The night embraces you.
Simply because it was already easy enough to get better gear just running Nephilim Rift. And Greater Rift for that matter. Let's see, maybe I'll be proven wrong. It also kind of depends though because I want to avoid dying as often as possible. There goes one. Crap. We'll just let our friends do the work.
I learned much from that.
Really? I didn't learn anything.
Your death nears.
There we go. So how are we doing right now? Level 16. About halfway there.
Decay and rot.
Thanks to our buddy over there jumping into the thick of it.
You must face another trial, my friend.
That is not possible. My master would take pride in this.
Cool. Okay, now we got Devour. What skill is this? Also, we picked up another one. That's not as useful. Oh. We're not really worried about Essence. Essence is our resource. The name of our resource. Oh, hello. Got a new spear. Anything new for our follower? Not all that much. A few trinkets here and there.
This world can abide you no longer.
Come on. It's gonna take us a good 5 to 6 hours in order for us to get all the way to level 70. I mean, it's not that long, but it's still gonna be a few sessions before we reach the end. Wish we had some buddies to help us level up. It'd make our work a lot easier, that's for sure. You will.
I cannot do that. The grave beckons.
Yeah, when does the grave not beckon?
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Finally. Took a while. Damn it, he jumped to the wrong spot. Why on earth did he jump to that spot? Anyways, we're done here.
Returning to town.
Your trial.
Cool. New abilities. Do we want this, or do we want to keep the stun effect? I think it's better if we use stun. Siphon Blood is also a useful thing, but Bone Spikes and Sudden Impact is probably going to be the best skill, bar none. Kinda sad to say, because you start off with it so early. And you run through almost all of the levels with nothing else. No other upgrades, so... Yeah, it's good for utility, but bad because we don't get to see any other skills. Give her that. And that.
A gift?
And I think we're good here. Let's continue upgrading this.
Let's see what happens, shall we?
We'll need the gems later. You know what, instead of making it all the way to level 30, maybe we can just hit level 20. We'll just see though. Hang on here, I gotta check something on Twitter. Oh, also, by the way, we are currently running a New Year's Day giveaway. If you guys are available and want to enter, make sure to hit up our Twitter page. We are giving away Batman Arkham Asylum. Okay, so I've caught up on all the entries. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll have time enough to go for another run.
Prove yourself.
The more enemies, the better. This build does highly well on maps with a lot of trash mobs. So the more trash enemies we can get around us, the better we'll level up. And the quicker too.
Do not fear the end.
Don't fear the end. It'll just be our friend.
My essence is too low.
Okay. Come over here. Got me a spear. And our second ring. It's gonna be a while until we start getting better gear. So there's no real downside to destroying your golem. I mean, really, you're encouraged to do so because he spawns right back after he's jumped into the pile. That's a welcome change from Diablo 4. Because in D4 you only get a limited number of followers. And sometimes not even that if you decide not to run any. Which I think to me is a mistake. There aren't many pet builds in Diablo 4. And the ones that are currently in the game, they're not that good. I mean, fine, they're fun to run casually, but you have better choices. Oh, sweet. Better gear. What have we got? Let's grab the armor. And the ring. I could have sworn we picked up some better pieces, but never mind. I'm gonna grab this just for the... Actually, no, never mind. It's not worth it. I was about to say I was gonna grab it for the socket, but we have better pieces. And no, we're not using Death Nova. What's going on with our golem? Oh, even more corpses. I think Flesh Golem is probably going to be the best one we have at the moment. Dual scythes. You might think having a scythe would be a good ability, but it doesn't serve a purpose other than to make us a melee character. That's something that we don't want for our build anyway.
I need essence.
Yes, feed my lovelies. Now if there's a way to...
The night embraces you.
Increase the rate at our skeletal warriors will attack, the better. Just ignore all that. A new ring. Put this one on, and put that one on.
The end.
This is where the fun begins.
I need essence.
In that case, jump over here. Gotta remember not to jump too close to some of these enemies.
light
great.
embraces you.
We're being surrounded on that side. So in case you didn't pick up on this, if your skeletal warriors are being, you know, hooked on some sort of geometry on the field, you can use triangle to summon them directly to the enemy.
You will make a fine corpse.
That way they don't have to get caught up on anything. It's a useful workaround because sometimes your pets and whatnot will get hung up on the map. Not ideal when they're supposed to be protecting you. And now we got a new skill. Bone armor. Let's see. There's no downside to having bone armor. We're gonna keep that one on. That'll just give us some extra protection.
Give it more time.
The Rift Guardian has found me.
Come on, buddy. Here we go, bone armor. This will help keep us alive. That's the idea anyway. Alright, getting close. We still haven't reached level 20 yet. It's taking a bit of a while.
Well,
so, any new gear? Not really. Nothing that I personally want to take at the moment.
Perfect.
Alright, since we've already upgraded the jeweler, let's go ahead and upgrade the blacksmith.
Fortune favors the bold.
Please give us a legendary.
Well, it's a good paperweight.
Damn it. A paperweight in a game where there's no paper. What a joy. Hang on here. I gotta check something. Do I have to jump off yet? No, not yet. We still got some time.
many Nephilim.
We are getting close to being about a third of the way there. Gotta be very careful now. Some of these enemies are kind of strong.
Look, just over there. I never imagined such a creature.
Can't use this. What the hell? Why would you give us something that we can't use? Yeah, so now the elites and the champions can get very dangerous. Try not to get into the thick of it if you can avoid it. What's going on here? That's cool. Alright, the way forward is over here. Let's finish this dungeon and call it a session. And then probably from here until we reach the end of this leveling process and also the end of the Conquest, I'm going to be doing some no commentary runs.
Do not fear the end.
That way I can just relax and focus on what I'm doing. Because with the hardcore character, things can go real bad real quick if you're not paying attention. At least we're not dying.
The grave beckons.
I swear, I feel like I'm playing League of Legends or something.
Your death nears.
We got way too many pets along with us for the ride. Anywho. A new arm piece. Where are the bracers? There we go. Our follower can use this over here. Oh, hang on. Perfect.
This world can abide you no longer.
Wrong way, come on. Come on, friends. Let's go on a ghostly adventure. You know, that's one of the things I was hoping Diablo 4 would have, but it didn't go that way. I was hoping we would have some more pets or some sort of follower system in that game. But instead they decided to make it a semi-MMO. Meaning you get absolutely no helpers whatsoever. And if you really want helpers, you'll have to ask for help from other players. Big bummer because I mostly play solo. I say mostly solo because there are some aspects of the game where you can avoid playing with other players.
You will make a fine course.
Not to mention the game lags intensely when you have multiple players on the field. Alright, we have new skills to take. Let me have a look here. The essence cost and cooldown is reduced by 30%. Increase the attack speed. You know what, as much as I would like to pick up those, I'm gonna keep life from death. But then we can add on a new one. Probably not this one. This is great, but We have a lot of minions on the field. This one's nice. Since we do use bone spikes a lot, I'm going to drop this one. I also forgot. I think we have some new abilities here. Army of the Dead Leech. We're not using that. No, never mind. I must be reading something else. Attacking my minions. Alright, so where are we going? Clearly not that way. Alright, so level 20. We are 1/3 of the way there. Well, close to it anyway. 23. Same thing.
Do not fear the end.
Gotta keep going here. I think there's another passive later on that will help you cheat death in case you are about to die. You don't get as many cheat death abilities as the monk. But I think with as many pets as you have with this build, you'll be more than capable of making it all the way to level 70. My only issue with the pets in this game is that if you have too many on the field, you kind of get in each other's way, and then they just stop attacking.
Not enough essence. Give it more time.
They'll just stand around for no reason.
Brave beckons.
Nicely done. Cool. New staff. More power. Come on, Golem, what are you doing? Remember to keep the bone armor active as much as possible. It is a free way to just buff up your character, and you'll survive so much more. Sweet.
I'm afraid not.
I want this thing stopped. Oh, that's right, they're the ones summoning it. Getting close to the end here.
My essence is too low.
When I first heard this character had bone armor, I thought it was going to be something cool looking. Nah, to me this looks kind of stupid. Of all the bone armor pieces you could have, this ain't it.
All must serve the cycle.
And that's probably going to cover this rift. Level 21, what do we get? Dizzying Curse. I also forgot about this. Hang on. What are we using for this slot here? Gotta pull up my guide real quick. For this slot we want amplification.
I am fond of this one.
The night embraces you.
The Rift Guardian is here.
There we go.
I cannot do that.
Attack my minions. Oh hey, a legendary. Let's see what we got.
I am returning to town.
If this is what I think it is. No, it is not. Still, we'll take it. Even though I think this thing's better. You know what, the hell with this thing. That's almost double the damage. And then we'll pick up this one. The new pants with a hole in it. Our follower can have this. Put in those. That's cool. Have the ring, the bracers, and we're done here.
You're that...
Alright, so not a bad haul.
Don't be shy.
We still have some extra money, so instead of doing anything like that, can we get some upgrades here? We're at level 21, so how about... Actually, hang on. What kind of weaponry does this build use? It uses single-handed weapons, so... Okay, cool. Let's try to roll something good here. Actually, is there... Ah, man. We can roll these. Here we go. Also lame. We can't roll these either. Far too low level. Alright, so let's roll a sword. Sweet. Oh wait, hang on, that's a double-hander. Where the heck are the one-handed weapons? Not as good. You know what, I don't think anything's going to be just as good as that. So we'll pick up that and a phylactery. What is a phylactery, you might ask? Beats me. It's definitely not armor. Does... Hang on. No, I guess not. It's supposed to be an offhand item. Which I don't see anything here. No, never mind. This is all we got. Screw it, I guess we'll just keep whatever we have. Now let's see, do I have time or do I need to get off right now? You know what? Let's go as far as we can, and then if I need to jump off midway through, we'll do that. Oh, I forgot. We have some extra gems to make. I'm gonna want to socket this thing here so we get more vitality, and therefore more survivability. Gotta boost our life as much as possible. Vitality is going to be... No, what the heck? Hang on. Life is boosted by that. Hang on. I think in general for gems, it's more important if you increase the stat that's related to your character. In our case, it's probably going to be intelligence. But this only ups the damage. It does not, however, up the life, which is what we want instead. This is why we use the amethyst. It increases vitality, therefore increasing life. You could also go the other way around and increase either armor or strength. It'll do almost the same, except it won't increase your life. As for me, I feel more comfortable raising life instead.
Do you see that enemy over there? Let us cleanse it from this land.
Yeah, let's...
All must serve the cycle.
So from here until we get our helmet with a socket, it's going to be slow going. But as we get better and better rubies, it's going to be way easier. Oh, speaking of which, stop that guy. Almost at level 22. Nice. Went the wrong way, though. How are we doing with rings? I am not that familiar with how damage calculations work in regards to armor. I know generally you want your armor to be
Do not fear the end.
high enough to where you won't take a lot of damage, but not so high that you screw yourself over damage-wise. We have some new upgrades for the bone armor. Sweet. It's a DPS upgrade. Don't know which one's the best one. It's most likely going to be maybe this one? Yeah, your armor absorbs all incoming damage. But it only lasts for 5 seconds. It's very nice though. Eventually we're going to want some sort of dash option. And that means sacrificing one follower and or skill. It's gonna be a bummer when it happens though.
Weakness consumes you.
I quite like my army of the undead. But probably the one that we can get rid of is... The one that we can get rid of is the Skeletal Mage. It just doesn't do much for me. Not when we can command Skeletal Warriors at will. Thank you.
I must wait.
Oh, I just realized you can stack the bone armor. You don't have to wait until the bone armor resets or anything like that. You can find more enemies to absorb more bone. Didn't know that. And whenever you stack it, the cooldown is once again reset. Real useful if you want to keep your bone armor up.
Serve the cycle.
Yeah, right. Level 23. That didn't take long at all.
I must wait.
Oh, come on. I need my armor.
The grave beckons.
You also don't want to just throw out bone armor willy-nilly because that will reset the skill and then cause you to have to wait for a cooldown. So be kind of cautious whenever using bone armor, because you can lose it in a rush and then have to worry about regaining it. Level 23. We're making excellent progress.
All must
Alright, so later I think we're going to go off in a different direction in terms of our streams. There's this game I've been meaning to get into, but I discovered some really disappointing news. Oh great, I have to get off now. Alright, so we'll probably be back later tonight. As disappointing as this is, I would like to finish the rift, but I gotta get going real quick. I'll be back later in maybe an hour or two. Let me just clean up here. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's salvage everything and put everything away. I don't need this thing. So let's drop that, and yeah. This is where we're going to end this session for now. We'll be returning to Diablo 3 in a different session in a different day. But yeah, that's where we're going to end for now. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, please like the video. If you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Let me know what you guys think. Share the video out wherever you guys can, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Please check out our playlist if you have missed out on any of our other sessions, or check out our channel for more games. If you are over on Twitter, follow us at twitter.com/LunarlightGames. Over there you'll find deals, discounts, as well as news stories about the gaming world, as well as the odd giveaway we run from time to time. Check out the pinned post for more information, or hit up the hashtag LunarlightVault. If you'd like to support the channel financially, you can do so by dropping a donation over at paypal.me/LunarlightGames. The link's down below in the description, but if you guys don't have a tip or tip jar, don't worry about it. Please continue viewing our videos, make sure you guys subscribe, and also like the videos whenever you guys can. Follow us over at twitch.tv/LunarlightGames, and also hit the notification bell across all of our platforms to get updates as soon as they're made available, or to catch whenever we go live. But that's going to be all for now. We will be back later with a different game. Until then, I hope you guys are doing well. Have a great weekend, and we will see you guys next time in the next video. Take care.